Oh, good morning, connections. I'm going to pull from alignment and see what's going on within the energy today. Do some clarity, get some enlightenment, and see if we have any blind spots for sure. I got a new deck, which I'm so excited by. I went to the Gift of Life yesterday, which I told you guys if you've been paying attention. If not, that's where I went. And I got a new deck. Um, so I'm excited to use it in the even the pattern on it is a wood. It looked like wood to me, honestly. So I'm excited by that. Um, I believe this one is a divine energy oracle. Divine energy oracle, I believe. Left the deck over. I can go grab the deck really quick, huh? Not the deck, but the box it came in. And I was correct. It's the divine energy oracle. It's the new gift I got to express with, so I'm excited to use this tool. Um, I'm gonna start off with the Eightfold Path though, and see where the mind is at, and see where to be headed to. But so far, it seems like accuracy. No confusion. Let me go get it so I can show you it. Make sure I'm saying it correctly. Where's the mind headed out? And all my cards is facing this way for the most part, which is intriguing to me. It's aspects you can't see. There's probably a lot of things you're not seeing clearly right now. That's liberty. That's definitely a fact. I'm looking over at the New York Tarot, and Lady Liberty caught my attention. Like the way that one flew out. Oh, you know what's funny today? You can actually tell my lips is red today. It's the same color I had on yesterday. I just realized, like, you can actually see I got red on today. How lovely. Right thought. Your mind is on right thought, which is lovely to know. Where would the mind be headed to? Where would the mind be headed to? Where would the mind be headed to? Where would the mind be headed? Ay, ay, ay. As I was saying that, the oracle, the universe caught my attention. You all in your head for sure. Or you receiving a lot, you feel overwhelmed. But it's headed to right concentration. Your mind is on right thought and it's headed to right concentration. And we got a red base and a green base. I want to know what zodiac is standing out today. Aries is already on the top of the deck, and Taurus is on the bottom of the deck. So we're gonna see what zodiac is standing out today. That's a whole stack right there. So it's a group going on, group activity. Okay. Let me get it. Oh my Jesus, there's a lot going on today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. I'm gonna shuffle again, but I'm gonna speak on them because they came out. It is Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus. That's two waters, two really important waters, which brings a balance. And Aries got a Pisces energy going on. It's a reflective energy. It's two of the same going two different ways. And you got Taurus over here with the balance of water. That's so funny. I went and got me a reading done yesterday. I got 2 readings done. And it was just so lovely, honestly, to because I do watch tarot on my phone. I do communicate with my community through the phone aspect, but to actually be present and sit amongst it was so amazing to me, honestly. I was like, oh my God. I was just so happy. I felt home because it's like, this is where I spend the majority of my time and energy. And to actually have it in person, it was great. It was so great. And they all just reminded me and clarified to me, you're set for greatness, ma'am. You never had it easy. It was just intriguing how the person just really can read you. And it's like, it's intriguing how I'm aware of that already because that's what makes me even watch tarot. It's because I know it's accurate. I know they will read you really quick, just like I can read them or read other people really quickly. But it just was so intriguing to be in person and get it done and how accurate it was, or how some things just was like intriguing. I didn't know that. Like I got a lot of guidance watching over me on the eternal side, which is not surprising. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't, but for them to actually see it in the cards was intriguing. And for me, it seemed like it's my grandparents. Both of them, I went to two different readers, and they both said a woman and a man is watching over me. It's intriguing. And it reminded me of my grandfather. My grandfather is really looking over me, and it's somebody I really didn't even know. Honestly, I didn't know too much of my grandfather. That's the intriguing part of energy that surprised me sometimes, of the guidance that I have. Because sometimes it's not always the people you were close or you thought was paying attention to you here. On the other side, they're guiding you. That's the intriguing part that I learned. I was like, oh, how amazing. I was excited by that, honestly. Um, Made me even think about that. Oh, the water. I'm in perfect alignment. Like, all my placements are in water right now. And this is saying the same thing. I got Cancer and Scorpio energies, all water based. She said half of my chart is full of water. Which I was like, that makes so much sense, yo. She was like, you can read the whole room if you wanted to. Like, I'm sure I can, Like, 1,000% sure I can. Hey, you can read the whole room right now if you wanted to. Go shuffle again. Who's on standout mode? Leo! We got a stack again. It's meant for a stack to come out, Jesus. It's a stack again. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of energy going on. Today's Sunday. Got Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio again, Aries, and Virgo. I don't think how to explain this energy. This is a reflective energy, how I explained it before. Two fish going into different areas. But it's understanding how a zodiac can balance you out. Like normally, honestly, Virgo always balance me out for the most part. Virgos show up all the time. It's intriguing. Or how my translators, they normally be like, I'm all the zodiacs. You aware that you are all of this, even though you was birthed out as one concept. Like I'm naturally a Taurus, but sometimes I'm literally in Virgo's energy or in Capricorn's energy. Um, but this is showing how somebody is balancing you out, and it's reflective energy. You got Sagittarius headed to Scorpio, and you got Aries reflecting Virgo. That's so important. What's these ruling planets? Mercury and Neptune. Dealing with a dying, be reborn energy again. This could be somebody carrying a child and you connected with the child. It's a dying, be reborn energy. That's the beautiful, exciting part about pregnancy that I've learned. It's like the spiritual guidance is closer. That's the intriguing part. Definitely if you're spiritual or you're carrying a child, oh, it is so exciting time. For some people, they literally forget that they got them pregnant or something like that. Like the communication that can naturally happen. So energy is really important. That's intriguing. Let's go over to Oracle of the Universe. What is this message within us? The mind is on right thought, headed to right concentration. And your thought is going with Leo energy and Sagittarius energy. And Scorpio is right in the middle of this. And your right concentration is Aries and Virgo. This feels like yesterday's energy. That's intriguing. This reminded me of yesterday's energy. Of a person being stuck between two people, having two choices. And this energy is intriguing because one is reflecting the other one. It's a song. I'm trying to think of who is that, but it's just, is that Adele? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. It's that energy. That's why it's coming off in the Virgo energy. It's the same energy as, I want to say, me within the way I'm seeing this energy, but it's displayed in somebody else. It's even coming off like a dying, be reborn energy. That's the intriguing part within the energy. Water is playing this big part though in there. There's something within this water of a lesson for sure. So it's in the middle. It's even going back with the cards that I just read with the Libra. It's holding a balance. I feel like Gemini should have came out within this energy. It's giving you two perspectives, which that's funny. It's something that I thought about recently. The Gemini energy been coming out a lot, honestly, um, in a two perspective aspect. And a person like me who is normally understanding, like I normally operate on two perspectives. I don't just use my own understanding. I have to use other people understanding, which normally leaves me in the middle, which helps me understand my life, honestly. Just thinking how to explain that. Because it's not bad, it's just, it's a clear right of way. So I'm not just stuck on either side. It's just a clear right of way. I think it's something else I want to say within that. It's just it's a new awareness to me. Something I thought about. Like, that's so intriguing. It made me think of even what I talked about yesterday. I had so much enlightenment yesterday. I feel like I went on the emotion of emotions, but at the end of the day, it was just like perfectos to me because like I already shut up and got my little goddamn reading to die. Like I already know I'm on third time. Ain't nothing you can tell me or say to me that is gonna be elsewise. My goddamn community always know how to fucking show up. But I think of how to explain this. This is it's important within this energy is discipline. I feel like I want to use this example because it's something I speak of a lot. And I thought about it too. Honestly, I was into being open to multiple relationship status, where it's a community based, something like a polygamy for. Um, but the only downfall for that for me is it's always a hidden aspect. There's still sneaking in line and conniving behavior going on. It's just like that defeats the whole point and the whole concept of this structure. You know, um, and that's a two perspectives. Some people just feel like I'm supposed to have one wife, one husband, but I understand the aspect of a community or polygamy when it works very well. It's different structures for different folks. Like there's different trees for different structures. It's for a reason. It all look beautiful when you just riding down the street and you see all these trees and nature looking all great. But when you live in it or actually seeing it being displayed, it's like, oh my God, I don't like that. It's not your structure. It's not for you. You know, and a lot of people live structures that's not for them. They like the idea, the concept, but it's not their structure. That's why I don't go right. But so much within that. My mind feel a little cluttered right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel cluttered right now, and this topic is one that makes me have to do a lot of backtracking energy. But and I say backtracking because, as I just said, that there's normally, from my experience, there's normally lying, sneaking energy. You know, even where I see it be done beautifully, it attempts to be done beautifully, but it's still like hiding and sneaking. Like, why when your partner turned their goddamn head, you sneaking over here? Why couldn't you just come the fuck over when they were there? You know, it just don't make sense. Like, it just don't make sense to me. But, ay. Let me get back to that topic at another time. Honestly, it's something about that two perspectives energy. It's not that one is wrong. It's not that one's right. It's just understanding those two concepts. You know, what side are you on? It's almost like to an extent, because we are in it. You know, can you see where the presidency is going this year? Do you see where it's going this year? Two perspectives, but only one is showing up this year. Okay. Republican status for sure. But anyhow, I just had to show up really quick just because this is what I do. But this is what I do. Ah, Jesus. I give myself chuggles. Kubas. How lovely. That's exciting to see. But anyway, it's not about these two perspectives. Not saying one is wrong, one is right. But for me, I normally operate in the middle. It's just I understand those. I have to even do the work that I do. I can't just. How is that possible? It's impossible. That's not a justice form. You have to understand both sides or all perspectives to both sides, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna get back onto the topic at a time. It's a lot in this energy, but it's definitely a reflective energy, and it's compliments of a dying be reborn for sure. This could be a pregnancy energy that's doing it. It's bringing a balance to awareness of it. It's got 8 on it too. That's funny. I didn't wake up today at 8 o'clock. I got up in the 7 o'clock hour. Which I was like, oh, I'm in oneness. I got up at, well, I got the phone and I looked at the time and it was 7:05. I was like, intriguing. I'm dealing with holiness and it's halfway. This is it. This is freaking it. It's a oneness, but it's halfway. This is either it's a child doing this energy, or this is just oneness separated. Like Pisces energies, two fishes going two different ways, but it can just be family that's one but separated. But once you're one, you always one. That's why it's reflective. It's if I'm using myself as an example, it's like I'm still there, metaphorically. We're separate, but we're gonna do the same exact things for the most part, like we're together. It's like having kids. That's how it became for me. The way this structure got formed in my past, they all reflect me. Like I done popped out a bunch of kids. But I don't reflect them. They reflect me. That's the intriguing part. Within this energy. And even with that, it is a child that have done all this. That was the main connection to all this whole alignment. That's a lot of reasons why people do those sacrifices with young kids. They recognize connections in it. There go Pisces right there, looking dead up at me, on top of Cancer. Very intriguing. Aquarius is under there at the bottom. Gemini's on the bottom. I knew this was Gemini's energy. It feel like it. It's giving two different perspectives. Even in the oneness, you think of oneness, but obviously everybody get a different perspective. But if you observe, you will realize all are doing the same goddamn thing. That's the intriguing part. Very intriguing energy today, Jesus. I'm a sun die, rise up, die. Lovely day. My day. It's my goddamn birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. What I get? Self-trust. How lovely. This would be great within this energy. Trust is important. This is intriguing when you don't have trust within your structure or family or community base. Like, how the hell that go? And what happened to the concept it takes a village to raise a family? You know, like, it's intriguing, which I understand to an extent because, no, I really don't. I really do wonder what happened to that concept. But I'm pretty sure it's still available because I showed up for mine yesterday, and honestly, I even texted to myself. It was intriguing. I traveled far. I always travel far for mines. I travel far for mines for sure. I haven't got lost because as much as I was talking about it, you'd be like, "Ma'am, you didn't think to do no research to look it up to see where it's at?" No, I did not. I thought I knew where it was at, but metaphorically, I did because I actually been there before. I went there for a different expo. Um, I went there for the gun show actually. Um, so I've been there before. It's just I didn't. My mind didn't add up as into. I thought the expo center was the convention center downtown. Like it's two parts. I thought the one that was like closer to Nationwide was the convention center, and the one farther down with that little strong guy. I think that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought that was the expo for the. I thought that was how it went, but no. Once I got off the bus, I thought about like, I wonder if I'm in the right spot. And I looked it up like, oh, I'm not. So I stopped and I asked somebody. There go some scrolls out. I stopped and I asked somebody. Well, I told them I was trying to get to Why did that just come to my mind? What's the address? 717. No, it's 717 17th Ave. The Expo Center, that's what it is. The Expo Center / State Fair. My brain kept thinking of the address for some reason. I was actually thinking of like the Expo Center / State Fair, but the address kept coming to my mind. Something about an address is important for sure. Um, and it's really important. I felt the same way about how I need to go get this. Like, make sure you're saying it right. You know, something about that part is so important. But, what was I saying, Jesus? Oh, I asked the person, and it was like, I don't know. They seemed confused too, and they actually, at the end of the day, told me to go the wrong way because they were telling me to go the opposite way than what I was supposed to be going. But he told me to go inside the convention center, and somebody helped me in there. And he actually told me like, it's an art show going on in here actually, and I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, myself is intriguing. I always show up for art shows. That's the intriguing part. But even when I went to the Gift of Light Expo, it's nothing but art. It's different forms of art of how to communicate. It was all the same. It was just so funny that how I do that type of stuff, and I'd be amazed each time. Like, I showed up for a damn art show again. You know, I love to show out sometime and surprise myself at the same time. It'd be intriguing because it all played out so beautifully. And I know Spirit did it because I did my wallpapers the same damn way. I did a display for the goddamn Gift of Life, and I did one for the art show. And I did not plan on going to the art show, even though I did metaphorically because I thought it was the expo center. I didn't plan on going to an art show. Metaphorically. Okay. That's the intriguing part how Spirit operates me. It'd be so intriguing. Ah, motivation. Motivation. Definitely when it comes to self-trust. For sure. This is the Aries energy too. I just feel like shadow work. This is dealing with insecurities. It's a part of yourself you don't like, type of an energy. That it definitely goes with learning to deal with others. That's the intriguing part. But it's definitely going with motivation for sure. Shadow work. That's intriguing. I thought of this energy. Even when we looking at this and the way I'm feeling, something that I keep saying, and I thought about it yesterday, as I talked with my ex, the person who helped raise my child, you know. Um, and he kept saying something to me. I kind of just forgot what the hell it was. He kept saying something to me. But it pretty much was making it seem like I was making it all about myself. Like, it's like I always let other people have the right of way. You know, I let y'all do what the hell y'all want to do. You know, if it was my choice, my child will be with me. That's all I ever say. You know, I would like to spend time with my goddamn child. I grow with my family. My finances come with my family. You know, that's all I ever goddamn say. My attentions and my priorities be nowhere else other than my family. You know, it's not like I just be wanting to do any and every other thing other than prioritizing my child, my fucking family. But even with me saying it, like, there's nothing else. What did I say? I'm trying to think of how to explain this the way I felt it yesterday and a little bit today when I woke up analyzing on a conversation that I had. I think I feel the way that they would feel. They wouldn't have nothing else to do or strive for. Like, them displaying my life give them motivation. That's the intriguing part within this energy. That's the really intriguing part. Because they really want to have nothing to strive for. It's almost like a COVID energy. How everybody had to stay goddamn home, and they realized they didn't like the people that they were around. Like I haven't brought that to attention. I see, you got a new partner. Don't y'all just want it to be just y'all? Sometime we got shared fucking parenting. There's times where it's just y'all fucking too, but why you don't like it just y'all too? It's an intriguing energy. They will feel the same way I feel. Something's missing. I need to be doing this. It's an intriguing energy, and it's like you need to learn that lesson the same way that I have to. That's the beauty of shared parenting, or just one of the maybe not so pleasant side effects. There's times where you just gotta find something else to fucking do. Change. That's surely it right there. Is change. How intriguing. Motivation is change. I sung my story of my life. I take I drive a knife inside. I don't know what song that is. Those words just came in my mind, like literally story of my life. It's intriguing because it's so funny how Spirit did yesterday. Yesterday was so perfect, but Spirit really wanted that to display yesterday. Because even the time I left out, I was not watching the clock. I was having a great time. I did have to leave out. I was like, okay, y'all gonna have me go broke up in this bitch. It's not a bad thing. I love my community. I always supported that for him, but it's like it's almost like gambling. Know when it's enough. You know when you had enough. I got to go. And that's why I honestly wanted to believe him. But everything fell right into place. I left out right in time to run into him, to have this conversation that I already was prepped for way this goddamn morning. Well, that morning, but it's just intriguing how that it just went so smooth, honestly. Just healing in reverse. Things are getting fixed. You're just not seeing it. There's some behind the scene energy going on. And fear is in reverse. Yeah, there's healing going on. And freedom. Oh, freedom is gonna follow. How lovely. I thought this go with exhilaration for sure. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's make me want to cry. Because this is so beautiful. Like, this is feeling stuck, and it's just like, it looked like a leap of faith, but it's just like, just what it says freedom. You're not stressed or worried. To just imagine this beautiful little horse, like, stuck in, like, where horses be at? What's those little things they go to and they just be in there? It's being able to run free. Like, let me go run around the yard or something, but a stable, I think it's a stable. They stay in the stables. Like, let them go out for a while. It's just that's just an example. This is what it feels like. It's like a burden released energy. Yeah, some behind the scene energy going on for sure. It's dealing with healing, and it's gonna lead to some freedom. And I want to say exhilaration. It didn't come out, but that's what it feels like all day. That's intriguing. Because speaking of healing, I need some to drink, Jesus. Oh, that is so good. Jesus. Jesus, that is so good. It's nice cold water. It's a nice cold water. And as I said before, I normally like my water a normal temperature, but sometimes it's just great to have some nice cold water. Something about it. Something about it. What the heck was I saying though? behind the scenes, there's some healing going on. It's lead to exhilaration, but came out from the form as freedom. That might be important. That's why I need to say freedom. But I feel like exhilaration, honestly. Like something, you might have felt stuck. You're free. I feel like a burden lifted or something, honestly. Butterfly catching my attention. And this is a twin jet. What is that? It's a twin jet. This might be like my doggone tattoo, honestly. It's a butterfly and it's two birds on here kissing the heart. Um, that's two people loving this one person of an energy. Or you can have a spouse that died and you remarry or something like that. It's one of those energies. It's what caught my attention. It's a butterfly and it's a twin jet. And it go with change. Oh, that's so funny. That's something else too. I did yesterday. It's something I spoke of before that I'm capable of doing. I normally read for people in advance before I meet them. And that's exactly what happened. The person who translated for me, who read for me yesterday, I read for her too. She was in my overall energy, which is like, it's not surprising. You pulled from the energy of alignment. Where did you go? So it made sense, but it came off in a past life form. Like we just naturally gonna keep running into each other. That's the intriguing part. Her little I gotta read it because I was so surprised. I actually looked at it this morning. I was like, oh, how amazing! But she gave me this pamphlet just because she realized within the reading that I was dealing with some past life energy. Mm. She was like, I got a poem in here that I want you to read because I'm dealing with a lot of past life energy. Like I've been here in multiple forms, multiple colors. I've been here and I carry a lot of wisdom. And she was like, I need you to have this past life form. But within me reading it, because I grabbed another one on my own, I grabbed this one on my own. The other one is different. But oh, this is who she is too. This is who read for me. But within here it says, in my last life, I actually studied fashion design. And when I read that, I was like, oh my God. I wish I would have looked at this or we would have talked about it. I was like, oh my God, I really got a thing for fashion. Like it's something that just came over me where it's just like, I really be into fashion. I have a great fashion sense. And I actually just spoke about it in my translation before I came here as to working in retail. Like I would love to work at a job at the mall. It's a lot of aspects of retail, but this is mainly like clothing stores, metaphorically, just so I can dress up and look really nice. I like to do it, but I normally do it for myself, honestly. Sometimes I just get dressed up just to sit in the house, metaphorically. Like, it's intriguing how I don't really do it for nobody else. I just do it because I like to do it. You know, I don't be around nobody, so it's not like I'm trying to impress somebody, even though I would like to if I was at a job, to make sense and to make a nice balance, like people appreciate my goddamn hard work that I just did. And my hard work will bring me the finances that I need, but that's what it says. In my last life, I actually studied fashion design in Paris. And it was a song that kept coming to my mind. It was a Chris Brown song, Back to Love. And within the video, the Paris tower caught my attention. I snapshotted a picture of it. It was destined for me to run into her. That's the intriguing part. I became back whole. Because we deal with past life energy. She's somebody from my past. That's the funny part. I thought that was so funny. In my last life, I actually studied fashion design in Paris between 1914 through 1943. And I was like, oh, how freaking amazing. How freaking amazing. But it is intriguing how spirit have me do that. Or just how I'm capable of doing that. But it's not surprising she read that out of me yesterday too. You can read anybody in this damn room if you wanted to. Like I know. I pulled from the energy. I know. And I don't even need the cards. She said that came out of her reading too. Like I don't need the cards. I can naturally just do it. This is just a great tool, honestly, that I do enjoy. You know, people love their tools. I do appreciate and like my tools a lot. That's why I just went and bought some more, you know. But it's like I can naturally just project it or display it, if that makes sense. Like I already gone and got my little accessories like on me already. I put tools on me like a whole map for 'em. Um, address your addictions. That's at the bottom of the deck. It says address your addictions. That seems to be important. Address your addictions. My addiction, whether do I have an addiction? I'm addicted to my tools, obviously. I went and gone and got me some more. I'm addicted to my faith, my spiritual guidance. I'm addicted to myself because that's where I get my guidance from, is through myself. Um, at the moment, I happen to be addicted to Skittles, honestly. I've been eating Skittles a lot. It's been comforting. Sometimes I don't eat sweets, but sometimes I have moments where I just need it. It's like a balance. Like I need some type of sweetness in my life. But let me show you that too. I'm already on 41 minutes. Jesus Christ. But these are it. I'm surprised these ones ain't gone, but I might be taking a little break. But they're a smoothie type of kind. They're really great to me. I like these a lot. That's been going in on those ones. They really comfort into my mind. And it helps me with alignment too. I work with chakras a lot. Chakras are really, really important. It's one of my super thrivers, honestly, is chakras. But I think those are my addictions. I don't really have no extreme addictions, metaphorically. Or other than those might be extreme for some people. But for me, I don't believe it harms anybody or myself. But so what's my addictions? My addictions is I'm addicted to my tools, my cards. I'm addicted to myself because I get my answers through myself. Um, That's addicted to faith already, which that's my guidance. It's one of the same. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it. Address your addictions. I don't think those are bad addictions, but they say addiction is addiction. I say addiction is something that you just consistent in, and they say consistency is important. They gotta make up their goddamn mind. See, that's that two perspectives right there. It always make you contradicted at the end of the day. That's the intriguing part. But it's all about perspective for sure. That's the intriguing part, even with my tattoo. Because it says perspective, but if you look at it from this way, which I had to flip it that way, but it's just like, it's a perspective. I know what it say. I know why I put it there. It's just you have to really look, or you won't know what the hell it said. It actually looked like numbers, honestly, to me. What happens when life starts looking like numbers? It's legit, huh? It's legit. What happens when life starts looking like numbers? It's legit. Address your addictions. Anything else, spirit? Not in this one. Not in that one. Embrace your powers at the bottom, though. Ooh, that's lovely. Is there anything else? The law of attraction is catching my attention. Got some attraction energy going on. I'm pulling from the 12 houses. See what's standing out. The law of divine oneness. This landed right over by address your addictions. And it's over by fear in reverse, which means it's going with healing. This is intriguing energy. This is cause and effect energy. Where's cause and effect in this deck? Where is you at in alignment? Yeah, the law of vibration, the law of correspondence is in reverse. There you go. Law of cause and effect. Oh, cause and effect. Law of attraction. Then you get the law of cause and effect. And then the law of correspondence. And then the law of vibration. That's great. That's why I address your addictions is how it's going with the law of attraction. It's something that you naturally do. Then it leads to a cause and effect. And then a law of correspondence, which made me even think about what I was going to say when it comes to the law of cause and effect and oneness. It's just like this circle within this box. You're all in there. If one is going through one thing, it's going to display on this other side. That's the intriguing part of energy. Ay, ay, ay. Or even the energy of carrying a child, being pregnant and consuming of maybe drugs or something. But addiction can, I don't know, that could be a stereotype, but I'm not seeing it as just a drug form. Gemini is running circles through me right now for sure. Gemini is running circles through me for sure right now. Or I'm just flowing through alignment. Because it's like I keep getting so many different perspectives. And neither of them is wrong. For the most part, it's somebody's life. But delicate energy. But it's almost a stereotype when it comes to this. It's not coming off like a drug. You think of addiction, you normally think of somebody who's an addict at drugs. But another energy is coming through. It's not that, but you're addicted to. You might be a workaholic, or examples that I gave. Like maybe you just love yourself too goddamn much. Maybe it's just like I attempt sometimes to give the love to other people. I do attempt to. That's even why I seek work, so I can just shine on their goddamn asses. It ain't even really about me, metaphorically. Because I do what I'm trying to do for them on my own, and I love it. I don't get all dolled up to go be in people's goddamn face. I get dolled up to go to sleep or just relax. Like go for a little walk. It's not like it can even be in that type of a category. Maybe you are the one who do that. You're addicted to always needing to be in the goddamn spotlight. I don't know what it is. You do, but it's something that you have to address. Spirit definitely wants you to bring it to the front row and think about it or get help within it. I don't know. You will, but it surely popped out for sure. And it's going with the law of divine oneness. And it's connected to a fear base. But the fear is in reverse, so you're probably not afraid of it. But it's going with healing on top of that. Those all go together. But I had to speak on this energy that I'm feeling when it comes to that. There's a cause and effect. When you are in oneness and you are doing a drug. Oh, spirit. Spirit. Come here, Gaia. Come here, honey. Come here. Come here. Who is this? Oh, this is a sage. Very intriguing. The present. When the sage appears in the present position, It represents sage advice, both given and received, and the importance of knowing when to offer it and knowing when to heed it. I feel like I just was doing it. Like, this is an intriguing energy. I'm glad that's right on time. Dealing with the sage. What I have highlighted for sage? What I got for you? Knowledge, information. Be the storyteller. Know your audience. Question your traditions, reactions, and responses. Man, a storyteller at heart. Uh, he is a perspective. He is a perspective man, a storyteller at heart. That makes sense. I'm gonna actually read that again. Knowledge, information. Be the storyteller. Know your audience. You have to know what you're connected to, or even how, or understanding alignment. And alignment is something that you naturally gonna. I'm following these steps. You know that saying with Jesus, walking with us, like already there. But I'm gonna walk with you. Like you already there, but you walking with me at the same time. And that's what happened for me yesterday, and that's what's been happening for me. It's just I'm getting more aware of it, awoken to it, learning to trust that process. But that's nothing what alignment is. You naturally gonna follow these steps. The whole thing is staying true. You can stare off and start going in other lines and lanes. That's because either you get discouraged or you just confused. You're trusting other individuals who maybe don't follow the same guidance as you. Y'all don't have the same purpose. Y'all not going the same way. Knowledge, information. Be the storyteller. Know your audience. Question your traditions, reactions, and responses. That's going with the cause and effect. That reaction and responses go with cause and effect in oneness for sure. Which that makes you have to question your traditions for sure. Man, I keep going to the second line. Go to the first line. He is a perspective. A man. He is a perspective man, a storyteller at heart. I like that. Seven of air. Do what you believe make you a kinder. Do what you believe make you kinder. I do. It's the behavior I noticed about myself yesterday. Like I actually had this behavior. Like I'm very polite. You got all the manners in the world, ma'am. You got all the manners in the world. I just really do. That's just naturally me. It don't matter where I go, I'm around. You're gonna get the same behavior from me. I'm a person who say "pardon me" all the freaking time. Excuse. I don't really say "excuse me" unless I just need to. You're in my way. If I'm saying "pardon me," it's because I need to get by. Pardon me, or I might have offended you. Pardon me. If I'm saying "excuse me," it's because you're in my way. It's a different approach I give, but after I left the gift of life, I was so in polite mode. I noticed that my soul just felt so great. I even navigated better. Like I did get a little confused on my way there, but being around my guidance, I left out knowing exactly where to goddamn go. I felt great. And I was so polite to people. I was just, hi, and you can go ahead. I was on polite mode. It was lovely. I felt lovely. But it's something about being in energy that's reflective to you and seeing what I'm capable of doing. I can ball out quickly. Quickly. Like what I showed up for, the support, and because I really feel like that was just like a grocery store. Like I just went shopping, but I did get some answers that I needed. Actually, something I've actually been seeking, and to be around my community, and learn other things like the Reiki concept. Like I would like to learn more about that. Like to learn more about astrology, honestly, because astrology is definitely the it concept. Like it gets straight to it. Like what I'm doing, it gives you clarity. Blind spots. It does that. It gives you answers, but astrology is just like I feel like it's right there. That's like an evolving step for me, so I probably will get more into that, honestly. Um, I have to learn a little bit more about Reiki, just in a healing concept, honestly. But there's so many different levels. Like something that somebody brought to my attention, I never even thought about it. Like I didn't even think that could be a career aspect. Being somebody that calms people before they transition over to the next life, that'd be great. She even said it was like older people, but I'm sure there's young people who are about to graduate to eternal side who probably is scared too. And it's like a common person who can remind them, like, you're still going to be here. Like, I can show you signs right now that you're still going to be here. You know, I thought that'd be a great career for me. Like, oh my God, I never even thought about that. As much as I talk about it and do it metaphorically, I never thought that was a career aspect. And she called them like stick people. I can't remember why she did, but it's intriguing of a job. It seemed like it'd be sad, but it's actually great. Honestly, that sounds so great to me personally. That's something that came through my reading yesterday. I said that's something that I could be doing. Like my job that I'm gonna get is gonna be great. Gonna receive a better job. Which I was so happy because like I had been seeking it and word to come out. It was like, ah, lovely. Money ain't gonna be no type of problem. But as I was saying, being there, I was like, oh my God, I can do this. This is even what I'm doing now. Like, and just seeing how I can just ball out so quickly. Like, it's intriguing to me to actually see it, honestly. But with the seven of air, which is in oneness, this is going with the law of divine and oneness for sure. And I woke up at 7 o'clock, so this is right on the track of alignment. I mean, speaking of it, alignment, you'll naturally follow these steps. I pull from the energy to bring it to your attention. And within this energy of alignment, of seven of air, complements of the law of divine oneness, does what you believe make you kinder? Seek a kinder approach. The root. Does what you believe make you a kinder person? Seek a gentler and modern approach. Do I need to be more gentler, or do you need to be more gentler? Or can I be more gentler? I feel like I'm just gentle, but sometimes I guess I do get a little aggressive with my approach sometimes. Actually, I've seen somebody within this behavior. Like I don't think I get to that type of level, but maybe even sometimes using profanity, and things like that. Because I think within this reading energy, I did. But gentler approach, I don't know. Maybe that ain't really about me. It's just something for me to recognize. But I'm pretty sure there's somewhere where I could be more gentler. But it's like I honestly don't know. You know, self-evaluation not do when it comes to that. But I went to the store yesterday and I was waiting in a line and there was a people in front of me getting ready to pay for their stuff. But I guess maybe she couldn't find her money or a card or something like that. And I don't know what happened before I got into this line because I did change lines. I was like in line 5 and then I went to line 4 because the one lady in front of me had way too much stuff. I was like, go over to a different line. But I didn't know line 4 was open because she didn't have her light on. But I kept seeing people like go over there and like disappear. Like obviously this line is functioning. Let's go over to this line. But anywho, there was people already there that I was saying paying for their stuff, but it seemed like they couldn't find their money. But the lady at the register kept giving so much attitude. It was almost in a disrespectful form. But as I said, I don't know what happened before I came to this line. But the way she was giving these people attitude and like, you got to pretty much hurry up and lean into the side. Like, she was just a little too ratchet to be on the job dealing with people. Like, you need to go and stalk something because you can't deal with people in a more delicate way. Just like with this, you didn't have a gentle approach in no form of a way. It was almost disrespectful. But even the way she was talking to them, I was just like, oh my God. And these was like some African people, so maybe it was the fact that she didn't understand what they were saying, or I don't know. So I can't really get too much into that because I don't know exactly what happened before I got to this line. But once they moved away, she was like, I would have never bought his stuff. I would have never been paying for no man's stuff. Definitely if he was just talking smack to me or some shit like that. But it's just like, you don't know their situation. Maybe it was real. Maybe he was talking to his spouse or whoever that was in a crazy way. But it's like, you still have to learn how to be professional on your job and not give attitude back because you're the problem also. Now it's a whole circle of just no bueno. Because the next person is seeing it. Like, I'm the person that's just observing the whole situation. And it's just like, it all seemed wrong, but it seemed more like the cashier was a problem because I didn't see nothing going on with them other than they couldn't find their goddamn card. Like, it was taking a long time because she had to look and find her money to pay for the food. But I just thought that was intriguing. Definitely, 'cause it reminded me of this energy. And I was just intrigued. Like, oh my God, why are you giving so much attitude? Why are you rushing them? Have you never went shopping and it really did take you a minute because you weren't prepared? Which I stumbled across this. Was that before then? I think it was. That's alignment for you right there to the fullest. I bought me a day pass, but when I got on the bus, I forgot where I put my doggone bus pass, and it was like the lights was dim on the bus, so I couldn't find it, and I wound up having to pay again. But when I went and sat down, I found my doggone bus pass in my books. Like, it was in my bag of books that I got. I bought some books from a monk. Well, it was more like a charity concept, but I pretty much bought them. They was giving out wisdom, but you just donate what you have to support the cause. But I had my cart in there with the books. It's just if I had more time to look, other than, the bus driver ain't gonna take off until you pay, and it's just like people just like, hurry up, it's that same doggone energy. If I didn't feel like I was rushing, because that's one thing too, I had to run to the bus. Normally I am prepared. That's the intriguing part. I normally am prepared. Whether I'm in the store or on the bus, I normally am prepared. Sometimes I do. Oh my God, I really don't remember where my doggone bus pass is. I gotta really look. But it is the whole fact of where it was at and what I'm doing right now. I'm reading out the book and my freaking bus pass was right on top of my book in the bag. As soon as I flipped it over, I was like, oh, I think of my doggone bus pass. I didn't lose it. I just needed more time to look. But I felt rushed. So I wanted to pay him more money that I didn't need to pay for if I just would have had more time to look. If I wasn't being rushed. Like, I have it. It's that same doggone energy. I feel like. And certain people do treat certain people a certain way. They think like, you're a foreigner, you don't know nothing, or it's intriguing how people just treat certain people because of certain reasons, but I thought it was jacked up, honestly. And I feel like it wasn't none of her doggone business, whether she's paying for somebody's stuff or not, you know. But as I said, maybe he was out of line for talking to her crazy. It's just sometimes you don't know people's whole storylines. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Ada there. Ego does not always tell the truth. How intriguing. Now we go to a here and after energy. Now we have oneness. We just spoke of oneness. And oneness was telling you to pretty much be more gentler. Make sure your approach is more gentler. Now we go with the here and after energy. And this is one that I struggle with sometimes. It's like, who is ego? Is ego my guidance, or is that like, who is ego? But it's because it says ego does not always tell the truth. And for me, it's like, it's not my guidance. It ain't my guidance then. That's like a demon trying to creep in or some shit. The one that likes to confuse or something like that. Definitely if you got transferred energy, or even dealing with a oneness energy, oh, it's intriguing. Like, if you have oneness and everybody in your circle not honest, and it reflects, expect some time to maybe not tell the truth or have a contradictory behavior. because you don't know which aspect is true, even though it's literally you. That's the intriguing part. Admit that you made a mistake. Hand in hand, instincts, egos. Hand in hand, instincts, ego. What we want to believe is a conflict, and what we want to believe is in conflict with fact. That's just what I said. You have to figure out your emotions. I think that was yesterday's energy. Learning emotions are important. You have to understand your emotions. Definitely if you're in oneness and it's a reflective energy, don't work like me. You have to learn your emotions separated from other people. It's important. Which goes to show, do you know what you're connected to? If you do, it's easy to just point somebody. I can point their asses all the time. I know when their energy start picking up on me, like, oh, I know who this is. Or I definitely on them. They don't, that's the intriguing part. I learned to recognize it. They don't know how to recognize it. They don't think it's true. They think everything about them is authentically them. Like, oh, you are a silly one. You displaying this person. I don't see how you don't recognize it. They know and understand the potential consequences of their choices to continue but refuse to consider them or choose to ignore them. Responding in a defensive manner. That sounds familiar. The Eight of Earth is very challenging. The Eight of Earth is a very challenging card because it symbolizes the need to look at your beliefs and behavior and question them. So it's a lot of questioning. Are you hiding from a Are you hiding from an uncomfortable reality? It is time to take responsibility for your thoughts and actions and the consequences they give rise to, and to see them for what they really are. It is time to be humble and accept that you may have projected your feelings about yourself onto another. Okay, Gaia. Okay, Gaia. We're going to finish this energy for the moment with worry less prayer. I feel it's appropriate. Come here, way over here. Jesus. Had to do a little stretch. Let peace reign. This has been coming out a good amount too. Let peace reign. God makes your paths plan. God makes your paths plan. I feel like this is confirmation for all this, honestly. And it goes with Proverbs 3.5. I'm going to look this up for myself. And if you want to look more into it, to humble your wonderful heart or just to comfort your wonderful heart, go to Proverbs 3.5. Why did I say humble? That's important. I feel like that goes with Gaia energy. But it's important to know that ego. I think a lot of people speak of ego, but I don't think they actually know what ego is. Just how like I really do question it. I feel like I understand it, but a person who like myself who thrives off their spiritual guidance, to hear that the ego sometimes be out of control or don't tell the truth, definitely with that being the energy of a that was the eight of air. That's in the air, which means nothing but eternal guidance all day. But to say that it can sometimes not tell the truth, oh, that ain't my goddamn guidance. Mm-mm. That at one's ain't mine. It might be a guidance that I'm connected to. Oh, I do believe I learned that lesson of people. Honesty is not their favorite category. I do understand it. That's the intriguing part. I do understand why people are not honest sometimes. Sometimes I even get into energy where I feel like I shouldn't be so authentic, which is honest because people get offended or they just push away from you. They're getting afraid. It's not like I'm saying something that's wrong. It's just honesty sometimes seem like you lied to them. And if you lied to them, it's like you told the truth to them. The way those side effects go be so intriguing to me. That is something I just learned. It helps me understand normally when I hear from it's normally a guy metaphor when they be like, I lied to you because you can't handle the truth. I see why. But it's like I don't really follow that concept. I understand it though. And that's what I mean when I say sometimes I want to humble myself where it's like, you can't handle the goddamn truth. Maybe I do need to sugarcoat it for you, but I have learned that's nothing but a delay. It's a fucking delay. That's gonna come back because it's a delay. It didn't get healed the way it's supposed to. Maybe it was meant to disconnect, detach, so it can, how can I explain that? It's like a snake, maybe. The way I'm feeling this energy, you have to shed it. You might not want to detach from something. And even to heal back like a snake, to get all that repairs back, or like a bird where they like lose their goddamn wings or something, they have to go somewhere and heal. They can't be all on the scene. It's gonna take a minute for you to heal sometime. It's not the most pleasant to like cut things off or people cut you off because honesty. This is something simple as honesty. What they was honest about, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example. But I'm pretty sure everybody have experienced this concept. For the most part, if you haven't, then normally sometime be ready for people to detach from you. Why? Maybe it was just meant to. Maybe that's the whole test. That class is over. Class is over. And if class didn't end, that means you weren't honest. I feel like that's the universe way of helping move forward. And know when you did not be honest because you didn't move forward. There's no way that you was honest. Because you didn't move forward. That it was meant to detach. Gotta make sure paths plan. And that goes right with that alignment. You should naturally show up at this point in time because this should have happened. And if it don't, it was delayed. Why was there a delay? Was some things not honest? Was some things not made clear? Stand still and consider. Job 37.14. I like that. Stand still and consider. Hear this, stand still and consider the wonder works of God. Job 37.14. I like that. So that's been the energy, you guys. Have a great day.